This is a battle with swords, not some fistfight. As long as one of us is still breathing, then this fight's not over.
Hey everyone, this is Armored, and today I want to show you the new hero that is being released by IGG. And this hero is basically a female hero. She's a character who is siege based, and her most of her damage is coming along from the skills. And basically, she's an infantry hero. And over over and above that, we have a super weapon this hero has also got. So everyone is looking out for what kind of hero is being released, and what are her skills, what does she do. And personally, I looked over her skills and I find her an extremely good hero, especially considering the current meta, which is quite heavily favored in the for the riders and snipers. It seems like infantry might be able to make a comeback thanks to Stella. And just going through her, like I said earlier, she's an infantry hero who is primarily siege and skill based. And let's look over her skills. What does she do, and what makes her quite strong and viable for the current meta? So basically, her first skill. So first skill deals a great amount of damage, that is 13,500, and it also increases your counter damage by 22.5%. So if you're fighting in the field, so this is just a 22.5% increase. But if you are rallying, like you are going for an offensive rally on a tower or a garrison or a base, or even if you are going for a rally on a hive mind, so you will be getting an extra 29% counter damage increase. So this makes it a 51.5% counter damage increase. And if you look at this skill, right? So the wording is quite not clear, like whether it is increased to 22.5% without the rally, or is it 29%? Like, are they additive, or they are separate, or they are joined together? So this is something that would need clarification, but in my opinion, this is quite separate. Both are different from each other, because if they were the same, they would not have mentioned it. But then again, once she is used during the battle, it would become more clear, right? So going for the next skill, this skill is quite. This is the skill that makes this hero really great, right? So first of all, you have a uh, direct increase in your infantry squad attack up to 32%. So that is the first part of this second skill. But the main point is the second portion of this skill, which makes you have a chance of 30%, and which will give you a stack of war will to yourself. And you can gain 2 stacks per second. So each stack combined together can be up to a total of 10 stacks. So if we combine together all stacks, it will become up to 30% when this skill is maxed out. So you have a damage reduction of 30% from basic attacks. And considering we have heroes like Chasey, which is being used in the garrison, so and she deals a huge amount of basic attack damage. So a 30% decrease in basic attack damage, or the damage she receives. So this is an incredible skill to have on a hero of an infantry, which was basically requiring it, right? And then if we go to the third skill, and when you are outside the alliance territory, you have a infantry squad HP increase of 26%, and then you have a counter damage of 24%. Now, if we look at the first skill, you have a 29% and 22%, so that is 51.5, and then you add on top of it a 24% increase in counter damage. So you have a 75% counter damage increase. And the last skill. So the last skill, this is linked with your second skill. As soon as you get 10 Warwill stacks, or maybe more, so it will clear all the stacks and deal around 11,200 damage. So it can take you up to 5 seconds to gain all the Warwill stacks. And when you deal out 11,200 damage on top of the 13,500 damage that you will be dealing with your first skill. So this is an incredible amount of damage that you will be dishing out, right? And if your squad is having less than 50% squad size, so your damage is then further increased by 20%. So this is an incredible skill to have. And last is the her awakened skill. So her awakened skill increases your counter damage by 21%. And as soon as you clear your Warwill stacks from your fourth skill, then you have a chance to get two Warwill stacks immediately. So this means that you will be able to regenerate your Warwill stacks quite fast, and then you will be able to deal additional 11,200 damage on top of your first skill. So again, this is an incredible skill to have. So if we add 22% to already 75% the counter damage we had, so this makes it 106% counter damage. Like imagine that. And if you have to pair Stella with the siege hero like Eddie, so you will be having a 44% additional counter damage. So 44%, and then you have 105. So this means you have 149% counter damage. And if you add the talent tree of 10% counter damage from the siege tree, so you have a 159% counter damage potential. Potentially, you can have a 159% counter damage. So this is an incredible skill to have, which makes uh, like this offers an opportunity for you to counter her the riders heroes which are being used in the garrison. Chasey is being used along with Felix. Chasey is being used with Victor. So this gives another option to all those whales or all those people who want to counter the rider garrison Chasey, because Chasey has been incredibly strong since she has been released, and especially since she got her transcendent skills, so she has become even more powerful. So now coming over to her super weapon, let's check out her super weapon. So the super weapon has like two different portions, right? So the first portion is like you have a chance of 20% to get additional rage. So additional rage recovery means that you will be able to get your first skill triggered off more often. So this makes your secondary or assistant hero to trigger your skill more often as well. So this is a great skill to have. And over and above that, you are also getting a 21% increase in your infantry squad battalion attack, right? So 21% and 32% that you already had. So this is a 53% increase. So an incredibly nice skill to have. But obviously, once these transcended skills are released, we will have to go through each skill one by one to understand what other skills are being affected by this transcendent skill. So overall, I would say that Stella is an incredible hero to have, and she was much needed. Like she was quite needed right now inside the game. The question would be, or you might be asking, why? The reason is that Chasey has been wrecking the battlefield in the garrison and as well as the field. So having someone like Stella who can perform in the field as well as have incredibly strong rallies, so she can fight heroes like Felix Ilana in the field now, and she can also go for the tower siege, garrison siege, checkpoint siege, whatever you want to hit, right? Towers, checkpoints, villages, metro, whichever thing you want to hit. So you have an option. Or the infantry based players, they have a new hero, a strong hero, which they can use for their siege. So what do you think of this new hero, and what are your thoughts? And thank you for watching, and hopefully we will see Stella soon, and then I can make up a video on her again, because the current video that I'm showing you guys, this is basically an extract from I think a French language, and it is quite loosely translated, but whatever. And thank you to Price of War for sharing these with us, and have a good day, everyone.